remember in my previous session when I was talking about the financial means to prove, which is the block account, I mentioned that there are also other things you can do to not necessarily show that amount, which is over 12,000 euros. So hello and welcome to my channel. So in today's video I'll be providing basic information on the recently launched German opportunity card program. So in this video you will understand the basic requirements, how you can apply, and I'll also give you answers to some frequently asked questions. So if you're thinking to apply for the German opportunity card, this video is definitely for you. This video is a one-stop shop for all that you need for your application. So let's get started. Yeah, so as an overview, Germany has recently launched the Opportunity Card program. It's a new program designed to attract skilled professionals from non-European Union countries, including third world countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and what have you. So the program launch also saw the opening of an application portal where applicants from all over qualified countries can submit their application through that process. So yes, the opportunity card allows you to enter into Germany from those eligible countries to seek employment in professions that you are qualified for. Usually it is valid for 1 year, so the card can actually be extended if the card holder finds qualified employment, enabling them to obtain a subsequent residence permit for continued operations of the job they got, or if not, you can also extend to continue your job searching. So yes, in terms of the eligibility criteria for the opportunity card application, it's usually a point-based system, and it is used to determine whether you are eligible for the opportunity card or not, based off of your qualification, your knowledge, and circumstance, right? So a minimum score of 6 points is required for your approval as being qualified to apply for the program. The following basic requirements must be fulfilled for the opportunity card on a points basis. So the first requirement, or the first point rather, is that you need to have completed a degree or at least 2 years of training recognized by the state of issuance. Then also you need language proficiency, so German language proficiency of at least A1, or an English proficiency of at least the level of B2, based off of the common European framework of reference for languages. So you need to meet that criteria. Also, of course, you need to provide sufficient proof of means of cover of your living expenses during your duration of stay in Germany. That's for 1 year. So typically what is required as your proof of funds is at least 1,027 euros per month. So this can be shown through a blocked account or a declaration of commitment. You need to pay at least 12,324 euros per person into that block account. So that's like for a year. That 12,324 euros is actually for here. But I'll be also sharing with you how you can overcome the block account challenges during the session for answering frequently asked questions. Okay, yeah, so lastly, you can actually apply for the opportunity card online. Like I said, there's a portal that you can apply for. You can actually apply online, or you can apply locally at the German mission. So I'll be speaking based off of my field research on the Nigerian experience. So sharing from my experience, which I used while I filled the form, I created actually a dummy application just for the purpose of this video, right? So I actually registered and got everything filled. So like you see on my screen, I've registered already. After I finished registering, I got this mail in the email address I provided to show that I've actually completed the registration process. So you can see where the registration confirmation was made and what have you. So I clicked on this blue link. It took me to the next page, which I'll be showing you just now. So once you click on that blue link, right, this is where it happens. It gives you this information of based off of the information you provided, the score, the points you got. So you can see on the blue side 6 points plus, which of course meets the required margin or cutoff mark. Then of course you need to show proof of funds like I mentioned. So the interesting thing is you have opportunity to use expires, which is more like the financial partner, where you can actually transfer from your local currency into, you can create the block account and transfer from your local currency into your expatrio account that you've created, which you use to show your proof of funds, of course. And of course, also recommendations of how you can get job in Germany, basically to get you a job. So the thing is, it's not mandatory that you have a job before you can apply, but it's also another advantage if you want to get a job offer even before your application. It's also welcome. So this portal is currently they're just gathering it together. So again, it's a new program, right? So all information are new, so they're just gathering everything together, but you can do well to register in case that connection with the job employers or the employers comes up. So that's it. And of course, how to improve your language skills, you can get that. Then you can also get the mandatory health insurance from expatrio. Basically, then here it is. So you can actually apply via so this is the case for Nigeria, and also applies to most of the other countries you'll be watching this video from. So you can apply from the embassy domicile in your country. So for this purpose, Nigeria, they mentioned that yes, you can apply from Nigeria, right? So but you need to also check whether as your application from Nigeria is coming in, you need to check whether you are qualified to apply from the online platform. So that will take us to the next page. Yes, so on this page, so once I clicked on it to check if Nigeria can actually apply, if Nigerians can apply online, they are qualified for that. So it takes you to this page. You put in I'll be dropping the links of all these website I'm using on the description, so that it can also be easy for you to find and make your own personal inquiries. So I checked, and unfortunately it is not possible to apply because in Nigeria there are two German missions, so in Lagos and Abuja. But unfortunately, you can see on the screen at the time of making this video, it is not possible that you apply from online. Rather, you have to visit the homepage of the German mission to be able to get. You have to visit the German mission, Lagos or Abuja to submit a physical application. So you can apply via the online platform, right? So you can see on the screen, this is what it is. Subsequently, what I did was to check if we can get that application out, the physical application, because if you want to visit the German web mission, you need to book an appointment. So I tried to check the German office to see their requirements, speaking to the employment card. But unfortunately, they haven't uploaded any information yet, so that also shows that it is a work in progress application. So there are no slots whatsoever apportioned to the opportunity card just yet. I'm sure it's something that they are considering on making happen, but for now, as at the time of making this video, there are none. So you can see that if the online application is not available at your competent German mission, please apply for a visa on site, right? So we went to the page and we couldn't see any information whatsoever. So as it is right now, we need to just keep checking the German mission to know when that slot will be available for the opportunity card application. I mean, again, I might be wrong, but if you have any ideas, you can also drop in the comment section so that we educate people generally. Okay, yeah, so now you can see that application is still ongoing in terms of the preparation for certain countries. So for Nigeria, you have to apply on site at the mission. So let's go to the frequently asked questions so far that people have been raising, that I've also gathered based off of previous videos I've watched on this topic. So first is, how can I apply for the German opportunity card? We just made that information out already. So basically from June 1st 2024, you need to submit an application at the German embassy or at the consulate in your own country. Basically, so make sure that all the required documents, including proof of qualifications, language skills, financial means, health insurance are properly provided while you're submitting your application. So the second question is, how much is the application fee? So basically the fee for the German opportunity card is 75 euros and it is paid in your local currency at the current exchange rate. So at the time you're submitting the application at the current exchange rate, you pay the application fee. So remember in my previous session when I was talking about the financial means to prove, which is the block account, I mentioned that there are also other things you can do to not necessarily show that amount, which is over 12,000 euros. So this leads to the next question: how do I prove that I have the required financial means? So you must show proof of funds, that you have enough funds to support yourself, right, in your block account, and if applicable to support your family members while you're in Germany. So you don't necessarily pose a challenge to the German authorities in terms of accessing or relying on public funds. So for this, you need to demonstrate financial means of at least 1,027 euros each month in your block account, right? Alternatively, you can show an employment contract, like I said, for a part-time work. So due to the minimum wage in Germany, this employment contract should be sufficient enough to show your proof of financial means. Also, under some certain circumstances, a formal obligation from a sponsor in Germany can also be accepted as proof of funds. So the formal obligation, the title is long, so I'll put it in the comment section, so you also, or rather I'll put it on the screen, so you also see basically what specific document, the title in German, you should be requesting from your sponsor if you want to go through that route, for the show of your proof of funds. The next question is, oh yes, my opportunity card has been approved. What do I do next? So of course, once you get your opportunity card, you use the opportunity card to travel to enter Germany. So ensure that you have all necessary documents with you, including your passport, the proof of qualifications, and the proof of financial means and health insurance. Every document you've stated during your application process that got it approved, you need to have the physical copies to take while you visit, while you're honoring the invitation to come into Germany to look for work. And also, once you get in, you register your residence. So within 2 weeks of arrival, you should register your address at the residence registration office, right? Then also, of course, after you've been able to register your residence, you need to seek employment, and there you need to actively search for jobs that meet or that match your qualification. So you can use job portals, you can attend job fairs, you can network with potential employers to get that offer that you have been given the opportunity card to come look for. And of course, you take part in also the trial employment. So take advantage of the opportunity to engage in trial employment for up to 2 weeks multiple times to find a suitable job. Then of course, for part-time work, you are allowed to work part-time for up to 20 hours per week while searching for a full-time job. That's great, right? So you don't need to worry. You can seek part-time job to just keep your body and soul together while you get that full-time job. And of course, once you get your job, you need to apply for a residence permit. So once you've secured your job, apply for a residence permit at the local office to extend your stay in Germany and continue working. So yes, how long is the opportunity card valid for? So the opportunity card is valid initially for 1 year. So during this period, you can search for a job. You can work part-time, like I said, up to 20 hours per week. So the 1 year validity period of the opportunity card usually begins on the date of entry in Germany, not on the date the card was issued or when your visa was issued or stamped. So you need to note that clearly. So yes, what happens once you find a job, right? So while your new employer may be able to assist and support you in the process of obtaining a work permit, it is primarily your responsibility to ensure that you have the proper documentation and permit to work legally in Germany. So contact the immigration office to inform them that you've successfully secured an employment. Then you will need to apply, basically after, like I said, after you get the job, you need to apply for residence permit. And so this will allow you to stay in Germany beyond the initial 1 year of the opportunity card, and allows you to continue to work legally in Germany. So the type of residence permit you need may vary depending on the job and depending on the qualifications you have, right? You might need to attend an appointment or an interview at the immigration authorities to get more information, right? So your employer might help you prepare by making sure all job related documents are accurate and complete. Once your residence permit is approved, you can continue working in Germany under your new status. So this permit is usually issued for a longer period of time and may be renewable. So so you can use it to get in and get out, like you're more like a temporary stay in Germany, depending on your employment situation. So with the residence permit, you have access to various benefits and services in Germany, including social security and healthcare. So after a certain period of continuous residency and meeting certain criteria, you may be eligible to apply for permanent residence or even become a German citizen. So the Opportunity Card program gives you good leverage to get into the pathway for permanent residency and ultimately becoming a German citizen. So for me, that's value, that's huge value. So here is what happens if your card expires, right? So if your opportunity card is about to expire and you have not found a job, you have three options basically. So the first option is you leave Germany, right? Because you don't want to break the immigration rule. So if you have not secured a job, you have to leave the country because you no longer meet the criteria to stay under the opportunity card. So the second option is renewal, right? So if you have secured a job or you're in the process of converting your visa, apply for an extension before the card expires. To do so, you need to submit your employment contract and other necessary supporting documents to the immigration authorities in Germany to be able to renew your stay. Then lastly, your third option is to return later, right? So you can't just keep staying there if you've not gotten the necessary requirements, So if you leave Germany without finding a job, you can reapply again for the opportunity card or another type of visa in the future if your circumstances change and if you meet the requirement. So basically, don't overstay. Don't break immigration rule. Ensure that once you don't get a job, you abide by the terms and conditions of the visa, the opportunity card that you were given to us at the time of application. Because if you break the immigration rule, then it might jeopardize, it might reduce the chances of getting a new one, when you apply at the second time. I remember that Schengen application process is a cross-cutting process. They share information everywhere, so within the Schengen area. So do well to not break the immigration rule and stay clean on your visa record. So another question is, okay, once I get the opportunity card or as an opportunity card holder, can I work in other EU countries? No. The opportunity card is limited to only Germany and does not automatically entitle you to work in other countries within the Schengen area, within the EU. So if you wish to work in other EU countries, you must apply for a separate work permit and residence permit there. However, there are various EU regulations that facilitate work within and among EU countries, especially if you've already worked and lived in another EU country. So that's a basic information if you feel like you want to use the opportunity card to get into other places for work. No, you have to stay in Germany to work. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for watching the video. If you find it very useful, of course, please subscribe, please like, please share, so that other persons that need this information can also connect and get basically what they need. So if you are looking for more opportunities, you can drop in the comment section and I'll do well to guide you on how to go about it. Again, it's a new program, so information are limited, and I'll be updating this platform when I get new updates for the opportunity card program. So until my next video, thank you and stay safe. Bye bye.